Today's weekly challenge comes to you from this dude, Bobby. He answered the question last Sunday saying, I want you to go out and try no-look photography. And what he means is he wants me to not be able to see what I'm shooting, but I can still change the settings. So I have control over aperture, shutter, ISO, but I cannot see through the viewfinder or using the screen. This is definitely going to be challenging. It's going to be hard. I'm still in Scotland, and to make it even more difficult, we're using an 85mm f1.4. So composing and getting everything right is going to be really hard. Let's go and see what we can do and see if I can get some good shots. Being that I'm at 85, it is pretty difficult to frame things, as you might imagine, especially when you can't see. So the only thing I can see again is just the display settings, so I can see what settings I'm at, so I can change the settings, etc. And I can kind of gauge the light to make sure that I'm at the right exposure. There is a nice frame here because you've got people walking from the left, from the right, and then also going up that back street, which is framed really nicely with this abandoned shop front here. So obviously I can't see, so what I'm trying to do when I'm lining things up is I'm trying to envision the frame at 85mm. So now I'm just waiting for people to walk through the frame. I don't necessarily want anyone walking towards me. I want them walking from left to right and then potentially going through this little opening here. Okay, so we've got potentially a lady over here going through the frame at 400th per second, f3.5, ISO 125. Now, the dude that suggested this, Bobby, he didn't say that I couldn't review the photos. He just said you've got to take no-look photos. So I am going to look at the photo to make sure that I've got one, because I don't want to take a photo and then move on and then just have a bunch of unfocused images. I'm actually happy with the one that's on the screen, and it actually looks pretty well exposed. So we can move on, we'll carry on moving down here. I think 85 is a challenging focal length for Edinburgh, personally, because there is a lot of layers, which obviously can help with a compressed lens, but the disadvantage is there are a lot of nice wide open, wide angle shots that you can get. So specifically, you know, here we have a beautiful monument. It'd be nice to get a nice wide shot of somebody, maybe if there was some nice light going through. But 85, there are options for nice compressed shots. Oh, it's so hard to frame when you're not looking like through the viewfinder and you can't actually see what the frame is. I think it's pretty good. I'm happy with that, we'll take it. This dude in front of us looks kind of cool, kind of edgy with his briefcase. The way that I have this set up for focusing is it's on autofocus, and what that is allowing me to do is set it to person recognition, so it's focusing on people specifically, which is obviously a lot easier to do instead of trying to like manual focus. I still think I could probably be a bit closer. That one was okay, but I want specifically just the briefcase. There's a really nice frame here, just walking up this street towards kind of the top of Edinburgh, towards St. Giles Cathedral. This frame is lovely. I think it looked really nice with some people, or well, a person, specifically coming down the steps. But if I just get the photo, don't worry, hopefully you can still see the camera. You know, I'm just lifting it up to get the frame because I think eye level is actually the best shot. I just want to make sure you know that I'm not like cheating and putting it up to my eye or anything, just so you can kind of see it. I'm just trying to get it level to see if that's the right framing. Now that the sun is coming out, we should be able to get some more of those types of shots as we go on, so definitely stick around. We're going to end up getting some more shots. Edinburgh involves a lot of walking for those that haven't been here, so it is a bit of a mission sometimes, but we'll get there. Are you joking? Are you actually joking? So I just walked up to go up the way that I was coming, turned around, and look how many people have just walked through that frame that I was just talking about. Oh god. There's some nice lighting coming in here, so we can get this dude just on the edge there. Just getting a shot of a guy walking down that little alleyway there. Another big shout out to Bobby, because he's the one that said about 85mm. I gave him a suggestion of all my lenses and he chose 85mm for this video because, again, it's going to be more challenging, especially when you're not looking. Oh, it's going to be difficult to frame him. I don't know if you guys can see, there's a dude just sat down there on his phone, and I'm going to try and frame him through this without obviously being able to see. Okay. Now, although I just got the shot up there, kind of shooting through, it might be a better frame here, because you get more of the white band behind him. So I think this one should be a little bit less difficult. Oh, I think it's even better from this side, because he's framed against the yellow behind him, and well, it's a bit of a cool shot. But it's going to be very difficult to pull focus through his butt. Oh, it's done it. Yeah, okay, sick. I'm actually surprised that worked, and it worked so well. I'm laughing because it just worked so well. Oh, it's such a funny challenge because it's really difficult. Because I can't see what I'm shooting, obviously, but it just means that you're framing stuff up and you're trying to compose things in the way that you think that the frame looks. So then when you do actually take the photo and then you see the frame, it's quite rewarding doing this. So Bobby, massive shout out to you for suggesting this challenge, because it's definitely something I wouldn't do normally. And again, if you want to get involved, every Sunday I put a question box over on my story on Instagram, and you can suggest what I go and shoot for the week ahead. So if you're not following me over there, head over to Instagram and come and follow me, because it will give you the chance to appear on my videos, but also it gives you a chance to set me some challenges. Okay. I'm gonna go. This is so dark. So dark in it. Might be a nice little frame up here, natural frame. It's so difficult not being able to see where you're focusing. But ideally, I want to get somebody walking through that bit down there. Sick. Go down. I think similar to the last shot, I think this kind of nice leading line going down this walkway will be quite nice if somebody starts walking towards me. Somebody coming. There's another nice little natural frame here with in this construction. The only downside is I think 85 is a bit too punched in.
This all I can do is make the one function it takes so you can straight and then let it so
we can continue to walk around and see what else we can find. So I think 85mm, this frame will look quite nice. There's a bit of sun coming through. Just going to wait for somebody to walk into that frame, basically. No, it's okay, it's okay. Again, I want you to go out and try and get these photos as well. Try it. Try a no-look challenge, because it pushes you to think differently. And when you're thinking differently, you end up learning new skills and honing in your skills to be better and better. This is quite a nice frame. I think it's more of a 50mm frame rather than 85. But let's take a test shot, see how it looks. Yeah, maybe we can do it portrait. Yeah, I think that's okay. I mean, yeah, 50mm. Sorry, I think 50mm will probably be better frame. But yeah, it's alright. It's okay. Can't expect miracles when I'm shooting like this. It's actually quite a cool little frame here. You've got an old telephone box, and one of the sides, this one, has been taken out, and it creates actually quite a nice frame of people walking through. Being then about 85, I think this might be very difficult to get. Maybe the lady going through the frame. You know what, that frame is really nice. Using that, this is what I mean. So when you're walking around, you find little things like this. So finding nice little natural frames. Whenever you are walking around the streets of whatever city you're in, it's just really good practice to keep an eye out for some nice natural frames like that, because those are what kind of change the direction of the shoot that you're doing. Like now, that's now put me in the mindset of look for more frames like that. Look for more obscure angles to take photos. Not just generic, oh look, some nice lighting, but trying to think a little bit different again. So head out and look for those nice natural frames, because they're definitely there, so you've got to find them. Okay, so I'm just coming up on these white poles on the other side, on the Bayes Centre. It's part of the university. I'm trying to work out how to use it. I think because of the traffic lights, it doesn't look as nice as it could be. Just wondering if I stand here. Let's see if I can get the shot. The dude's just about to move. Yeah, I think that frame is alright. Maybe white on white. Like white clothing, I mean. Yeah. Okay, so the dude that suggested this video is called Bobby, and that is called Bobby's, and there's a dude sat outside, so I think it's only right that we get a shot of this gentleman. Okay, so here, kind of circle back around to where I was earlier on. But as people walk inside, you can kind of see them through the little windows. It's kind of a cool shot, but it's, I think, going to be pretty difficult without looking. But we should give it a go. I think exposure is going to be the difficult thing here, and focus. I'm not too bothered about the focus being on the subject inside the thing. I don't mind about that. I don't mind the focus being on the outside. It's just about making sure that the exposure is right so I can still see them. So as you can see, still not looking, it's just up here. I'm trying to frame it nicely. And evidently framed it terribly. It's so hard to do without looking. It is a really good challenge. I mean, I know it's only the second one in, but it is a really good challenge because it's so hard to get right. Come on, surely. Got one there, surely got one.
That's the national line.
Yeah. There we go. I do like that frame that I just got. I'm very happy with that, considering. I don't know if the focus is on the subject or not. The focus is actually kind of on the subject, which is mad. And I love that the subject is perfectly framed through that scaffolding bit too. Yes. You know, obviously not every single shot is going to be good. Not every single shot is going to be amazing, but I love that whenever I do these videos, there's always one or two that just kind of really sets it off. Okay, well, I mean, it would be only right if we get a shot of this dude. See if we can get the exposure nice and right. Oh, first try. Hey man, how are you? Do you have an email address? Because I can send you those photos then.
Yeah. It's
Robert.
Yeah, right.
Easier. Pay for them?
Yeah,
just nice to give them to you.
Thanks very much.
Sounds amazing, man.
Oh, cheers.
Enjoy. Have a nice day. If you ever are doing street photography and you get a shot of somebody, another creative doing what they do, just try and give them something back. If you don't have any money on them, or if you don't have any money on you or anything like that, just try and give something back to another creative. And it's not much, you know. I don't have any cash on me. I don't carry cash, but I do have a really cool photo of him that I think looks really nice. And it's very rare that they actually get to have any photos of them performing and doing what they enjoy. So hopefully he likes the photo, and if by magic he sees this video, dude, you sound great and you're doing a good job. Right, Bobby and everyone else watching, this was difficult. Not being able to see what I'm shooting or where I'm aiming or what I'm composing, and just going off memory of how the 85mm frame looks. It was probably one of the most difficult shoots that I've ever done. However, I do believe, I think you'll agree, that some of the shots turned out really good. And I think that just goes to show sometimes we're better than we think we are. So if you're not sure about going out, or if you're not sure about your skill level, I do suggest heading out and just trying some of these challenges that I'm putting myself through. I have started off slow and easy to see how these videos do. Last week the challenge was the color red. This week was obviously no look, so I can't see what I was shooting. Next week I have no idea yet, obviously, because you guys haven't put through your suggestions. But I know that I'm going to Norway soon for another project that I'm doing, and I'm going to hopefully incorporate these challenges along with that. So don't be confined to the UK, and don't be confined to street photography. Think outside the box when you're setting these challenges, and hopefully as they grow and these videos grow, we can get more and more difficult as they go on. The idea is to not only just push myself with these videos, but to push you guys as well, because if you can obviously try them too. And if it allows, if the video allows, then I will bring you along in the video. But obviously that depends on where the video is, what the video is doing, where everything is taking place, because I only have 7 days to do it. But so far it's been good. I've enjoyed it. It's only week 2 and I'm only just getting started. So big shout out to Bobby. He does have a private account, but if you want to go and, I don't know, follow him, give us some support, say hello, then this is his Instagram here, and again I'll link him below. With all that being said, create more, stress less. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next week, Monday, 7:30 PM UK time.